Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor got another shave of the day. Today we're going to be doing... Ooh, almost knocked that off. Ooh, that would have been bad, knocking that off onto the hard floor. Ooh, saved by the bell. I caught it. All right, so we're going to be doing Stirling's Orange Chill. Yep, it smells like oranges. Even though the scent is slowly fading away. It's not as strong an orange. It used to be really powerful orange, like fresh squeezed orange. Now it's just like an orange that's been stale for a while. It's going slowly fading away into the night. All right, so fourth use of the London Bridge blades with the 1964 Gillette Slim Razor setting 3. My birth year, yeah, my grandfather's razor. All right, so how's your day going? Mine was almost bad. My wife would have been so pissed. She was like, oh no, the house smells like orange aftershave. Price of... I would have felt bad because I don't have very many of those aftershaves. I don't spend a lot of money on those things. All right, so... how's your day going? Mine could have been bad. Yeah, another one of those days. Yeah, it's like everything wanting to go to the floor today. It's got lather all over the place. It's got that Jeffrey Smith drippiness. Speaking of Jeff, I haven't seen him in forever. Like he does one shave a month now. I know what it's like. It's like I used to do 3 shaves a week. Understandable. Now I'm down to just 2. Oh, ouch, that hurt. Just poked myself with a... like a little needle. Yeah, I only do 2 now. It's like after looking at the numbers, it's like getting about half the views on the... weekend shave videos. Like, yeah, is it worth it? Probably not. So just the 2 a week. I'd like to thank all the new subscribers in the last week. It was like I put out a video the last week saying I had no new subscribers, which is true. And all of a sudden, poof, I got like 7 or 8 in the course of a day. It's... YouTube, you're so fickle. You drive me crazy. Ooh, why does that feel rough? A blade feel there. It is on set. Well, let's see. I think it's on setting 3. Double check here. Yes, it says setting 3. I'm going to crank it down to 2. Still. I don't know what the deal is with this today. It's feeling rough. I think what I'm going to do. Open this up. Maybe readjust the blade in there. See if that makes a difference. Sometimes that's all it takes. Yeah, I think it was in there, a little Conti Wampus. Don't need those bloody things on. You only need glasses to see stuff up close anymore. I miss the days when you could see everything up close. Hit 45 a long time ago, and all of a sudden everything started getting blurry. I used to be able to... it was like when I was painting miniatures. Just like little 15 mil miniatures about yay big, you know. It's like, let me get right up there and just see. Now it's like, okay, I can see them. It's like, yeah. Go see the eye doctor, and he goes, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just old. Like, thanks. Just what I wanted to hear. 45 is not old. Now I go back and think about 45. That was 13 years ago. I'm like, oh man. Time flies. Trust me. For you young guys, I know that Justin has a problem with his eyesight. Red Island shaver. But when you get older, you just start everything starts breaking down. Kind of interesting story to go with that, I guess. Yeah, when I was in the Army, when I was enlisted at the time, let's just say my eyesight was very good. I was shot expert. 300 yards, open sights. It was like today, you see all these new guys come in and they got scopes on their rifles and everything. Like, that's like cheating. The only time I ever had a scope on a rifle was when I went to sniper school. But yeah, these guys, ACOGs and all that fun stuff. We just had iron sights with a peep sight with a like posts like that, and you had to hit a target, man-sized target at 300 yards, which wasn't a problem for me. It was like my eyesight was like super zoom, but it's like 30 targets come up, 30 targets go down, no problem. But I remember we had a platoon sergeant who he could barely hit the 150, 200 yard ones, barely. So anything that was any far out, he couldn't even see him, even with glasses. And he always would be like 1 or 2 targets short of hitting his, his goal, making marksman, which is basically saying, yeah, I hit enough targets to pass so I can carry a rifle type of thing. And you had to qualify. And everybody knew that it's like that was the best shot we had in our entire unit. And just before we were going to go down range, do our qualification, my squad leader, who's, under our platoon, under the platoon sergeant who couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if he was leaning against it, he goes, all right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It's like, he pulls me outside. When you're going on the line and you're grabbing your mags, I'm going to hand you 3. Instead of 2, you're getting 3. And I was like, why don't you give me 3? He says, you're going to be in the lane next to Sergeant so-and-so. I was like, okay. It's like, I know that you're a fast enough shot and you're going to have plenty of time in between iterations that you can put a few more down range into his lane and shoot his targets. And like, oh, I see what I feel what you're saying here. So I get to shoot more, hit more targets, and have fun while I'm doing it. Yes. Okay, got it. So going down range. And me 3 mags. And like your first target's like 75 yards, little man's east silhouette, and yet like this, it's just like shoulder, head type thing. Easy, you just plug those things. And he could hit those because he had good enough eyesight to, and yeah. Suddenly, you're starting to get into the around 200 yard range. Those things start popping. I was like, started dropping mine. Dropped the mag, threw a new one in. And I dropped everything that was in my lane. I still had some left. So I went over here and started dropping. Like the specialist that was next to the lane next to me on the other side, he was missing half of his long range ones, and I dropped them for him too. And I was like, I was just having fun, just killing targets. And when it's all like, everybody's like, "Wow, Sergeant, you did well. It's like, you passed." I did? I hit those things? I didn't know what I was shooting. I'll just send them down range. Like, oh, it was hilarious. And the specialist that was next to me, who happened to be, at the time, he was the weekend weather guy and the local TV station. So it was kind of interesting. He was like, "Wow, I hit stuff." It's like, yeah, it's amazing. How did you do that? And when I got back, it was like off the line, and it's like, yeah, staff sergeant, it was a squad leader. He was like, "Way to go. You shot above and beyond." Like, yeah, well, I was just having fun. I enjoy that kind of stuff. I say, when I was a kid, ever since I've been knee-high to a grasshopper, I had a rifle in my hand. But, yep, it's fun. All kinds of stuff like that you would do. And I had a captain. That was when I went to the squadron after getting my went through OCS and graduated and went to school, armor school, cav school, scout school, all the schools. Wife was happy when I finally got home. It's like, "You've been gone for almost a year. You're finally home." Yep. Hell. Good money, but when I got back, we had a new captain. Oh my God. My previous captain, he was about the end of his rotation before he got promoted to major. And he ended up becoming the adjutant general of the state. But for this new captain, we went onto the firing range. We're shooting pistol, right? 9mm and 9 Berettas. And he was on the line and trying to shoot a man-sized target at like 25 yards, which is like throwing a rock and hitting something at 25 yards. It's like, how can you miss? And he was hitting the concrete path. It's like there's a concrete sidewalk that would go up to the target, and then, so you look at it. So you'd pull down your target so it would be, handed in. And he was hitting the concrete. He's like, "What the hell are you shooting at?" It's like, "Do you even see that target? Oh my God." So it came down to Ski and I, who was the squadron training NCO. He was a good shot, and he would. It was a competition between the two of us. The first one that did not hit the X circle, slightly out of it or outside it, usually is the one that didn't get top shot when it comes to pistol for the squadron, entire squadron. And one year I'd get it, and one year he'd get it. It was like, who made the first mistake? That was it. That was a difference, like Olympic style shooting. Let's put it that way. And he comes up to me and he goes, "Sir, could you please take the captain off to the side as an officer and teach him how to shoot?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I could." And the worst thing is, he was a PD. He was a police officer also. And like, you always hear the stories about officers, when they get into a shootout. Oh, there was 150 rounds fired and no one was hit. And I'm like, you know why? Some of them were just like, they couldn't hit the broadside of barn if they're leaning against it. But I took, and he's like, "Sir, do you need some lessons on how to shoot?" I said, I'm a police officer. Well, that may be the case, but I need to teach you the fundamentals of how to hit a target. I gave some lessons for about an hour off to the side on the side range over there, and the result was that he came back and he barely qualified. At least he was hitting the target. It's like he wasn't too happy. And we were and at Fort Knox, we had this what called like a combat range, where you go through and the targets would pop up. You'd shoot them, you'd drop them with a pistol, and I'd just go down the range and put a few mags through and dropped every single one of them. And the sergeants that were in charge of the range were like, "Wow, we never seen anybody come through here and do that well, especially officers." Like, well, I just shoot all the time. One thing I always enjoy. Reloading my own stuff, own ammunition, so it would be not unheard of me to go through like 300 rounds just shooting. Pick up all the brass, clean it, pop out the primers, and reload everything, and bam, go through it again. At one time I had like 10,000 .38 special rounds loaded up. Just take the 357 downrange. Some people don't realize it. You can use 38 special in the 357. It's a lot more economical. I just kept the 357 rounds for the fast reload cylinder. So I just like, if something had to be, just pull it out and push the button and drop them in and slam the cylinder shut. That's getting a little sore right there. Yeah, but I think I'm done. Right there. But yeah, always enjoyed that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, we're going to be in cantonment, but we're doing range fire. Yay! Fun time. It got to the point, though, it was like they were having me teaching shooting classes. The only thing I missed was being in the tanks. You no longer got to fire the rifle. It was always pistol. Like early days when we first started, when we were dyno tankers, we had the grease gun, but 45. But then when we went to M, the ones that disappeared, it was like the grease gun was, submachine gun was standard for the turret, but he had one. Kind of a leftover. All right. This is Pharaohs Dreamcsicle. Out there. There we go. Whoa, stingy. Smells good though. Stingy though. Ooh, that smells so good. Kind of that orange scent is just pummeling the nose right now. Is what the orange chill used to smell like 3 years ago. I definitely got to go through all my soaps more. Start using them up because some like the citrus ones, they are losing their scent quickly. Yeah, citrus doesn't last very long. Like some of the other ones do, but the tobacco ones, yeah, they're still going strong. Pharaohs Dreamcsicle from Stirling. All right, so that's the shave day, everybody. Okay, that's Stirling's Orange Chill. It's like, now I open this up, I just smell soap. I don't smell the orange anymore because the orange that came from the Aftershave splash is just pummeling it. All right, so Orange Chill, but I do get that bit of, there is a bit of menthol with it, so it's just a little bit of cooling effect. Not very strong though. All right, that was the fourth use of the London Bridge blades with the 1964 Gillette Slim. The parameters, it's like you look at the difference, it's like you can tell. It's like how fat, that's the Fat Boy, how big is the handle. I really like the Fat Boy. This works just as well, but it's not quite on the same. It's like as you get into the Black Beauty, they start getting more and more looser when it comes to the feel. But it is smooth. Smooth shave. Now, I don't do this enough. A little bit of lotion on the face, especially after I'm feeling all that. A little bit of more aggressiveness with the Slim. Okay, that's the shave of the day, everybody. We're all done. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.